Evening, everyone. Let's see if anybody is here and tuned in and can hear and see me. It's so cold this evening. Hi, Jane. Lovely to see you. It is freezing. It is warm in here, but every time I leave the room, I feel like I'm going to get hypothermia. Hi, Liz. So I hope you're all keeping warm this evening. Hi, Avril. Hi, Facebook user. Oh, Mr. G's just done a sound check and he can hear me, which means he's probably going to put me on mute straight away. Have you had some snow, Avril? You're Scotland, aren't you? So you're up north. It definitely feels like it could snow here, and it's play my tiny violin, but it's really cold when I am cutting in the garage. On the laser cutters, so they don't like the extreme heat in the middle of the summer, and they don't like it when it's this cold, and it's not normally this cold this early in the winter. So I'm gonna have to get myself some woolly mittens, I think. I used to live in Edinburgh, Avril. I love it up there, beautiful, although it is chilly, it is cold there. Hi, Sue. Hi, Isabel. Oh well, yes. So I'm sure you have very snowy winters. So I shouldn't complain, really, should I? And I'm sure it'll just be a couple of days and then we'll get back to mild weather. But I just don't like being cold. Hi, Adele, darling. Oh, lovely to see you all in this evening. I'm going to do a little bit of crafting this evening, give you any updates I can think of. And then I've got a live again next Wednesday. Why not Wednesday? Every Wednesday at 7. And next Wednesday is going to be a super exciting one because I will be sharing a new release that I've got going on to Tally next Friday. And also I will share my Papercraft Society box, which is coming out in December. And if you go onto the Craft Stash, I think it's Craft Stash site, you can see it already. You can kind of see what's in the box, but I'll do an unboxing and talk a bit through the inspiration and my ideas behind putting that particular collection together. And yeah, I just can't wait to get your feedback and see what you think, because it's my first Papercraft Society box, and the opportunity to kind of put that whole capsule collection together has been really fab. And I think I put that together for them back at the very beginning of this calendar year, so it'll be almost like a bit of a voyage of discovery for me to remember what's in it. So I'll be doing that unboxing next Wednesday. We'll be having a look at our new collection, and I'll start to give you a bit of a sense of what's coming in January, because we've got an amazing start to the new year. More hours on TV, lots of kind of new products to Funky Fossil that I'm waiting to arrive any day now. So I'll start to give you a feel for what's coming up on the horizon next week. But this week, I need to crack on with my calendar for my mother, because I've still only done 4 months. This is not good. So I'm hoping you guys are going to stick with me a little bit while I do a bit of crafting in my calendar, and we can have a bit of a chat. Oh, I'm just seeing names popping up here. Hi, Donna and Ali. Yeah, I've seen Tony's Papercrafting Society box. I've never received one myself, but when I started to make samples with my collection, it is such a great idea. You've got that whole kind of cohesive collection, and it gives you a real taste for different designers, different brands. So it's a really good idea. Hi, Belinda. Oh, Belinda, Avril was chatting to me earlier, and she's going to be making her Christmas cards with your steampunk farmyard set, because she was so inspired by your live last week. Isn't that cool? She would be making them already, except I forgot to put it in her last order, so I've had to send it on to her. But it is on its way. So what else was I going to tell you? There was something else. Oh, yes. I'm sure lots of you won't be able to make it in person to the store, to Tony's store, Stamps by Me in Wakefield, on Sunday. But she and I are doing a really cool workshop this Sunday, making a journal in a box. I'm making the box, I'm cutting it as we speak. And then Tony will take us through the process of making the journal. And the journal sits in the lid and opens up. And it's really, really cool. I would show you the actual journal in a box, but Tony has it at her studio, so I don't have it with me, but you can see it on the How to Craft Network website. And if you can't make it to Wakefield in person on Sunday, then there'll be an online workshop as well. We'll be sending the kit out, and then doing that kind of live in studio for you to see the process of putting it together. So I hope you go and check it out. I think it is super cool. I love the idea of having that kind of hidden journal on the lid and it pulling out. I just think it makes it really special. But of course, you know, you could use the box for lots of other things as well. I've been decorating another one, but not in the papers we're using in the workshop. I've been decorating it with some papers that I will be sharing with you next week. Can you see that? I'm always off camera, aren't I? So you can see, so it's a flat lid. It's not a clip-on lid, because we'll be attaching our journal to this lid, and then it will lift up and down like that. So look at these rustic wood grain paper. Isn't that gorgeous? So I've just covered one with some paper because I've got some other ideas for it. What else have I been making that I wanted to show you? I made this in, oh wait, bear with me, let me turn you down. Yeah, well, I reckon you could put loads of things in it, Diane. I mean, obviously, because the journal is something you attach to it, you could use it for lots of gifts and different things to store. So I've become slightly obsessed by MDF recently. And on that note, let me show you my film strip that I have. Hi, Samantha. Have you been on the lives before? It's lovely to see you. Right, I'm going to turn down to the desk. Oh, it worked again. Aren't I clever? So here are a couple of makes that I did in the demo day in a store last week, which I haven't had a chance to take photos of. I have been absolutely snowed under with orders from TV last Thursday. There was a bit of a frantic show with sellouts every kind of 30 seconds, which was lots of fun. And I've got all of those show orders out now, so they're done, they're out and dispatched. And then I had a fantastic response to the Black Friday sale on our web shop over the weekend as well. So apologies if you're waiting for your order. I have literally at the end of the list now, so the last of those orders will be going out tomorrow. So if you are wondering where things are at and you haven't already had an order dispatch notification, the rest of them are going out tomorrow. And I apologise for it being a bit longer than usual. I'm very sure I've got yours out, Donna. I know Avril's has gone, etc. It was no, your order hasn't gone out, Adele. I thought I'd bring it with me on Sunday, mate. Is that all right? I hope that's okay. The reason being, Adele, and I'll be honest, is because your order contains MDF, and I've been cutting all these boxes for Tony. So she's been monopolising the laser cutter for the MDF. That's my excuse. But I will bring it on Sunday, I promise you. I promise. Do you know, Donna, I think yours went yesterday, you know. I can remember cutting it. Anyway, if it's not on, if it didn't go yesterday, it'll go tomorrow. So this is what I was doing in the demo day at Tony's store on Sunday, which was a lovely day, lovely to chat with people. So I think I've shown you this already, the actual idea, which is this MDF gift card holder. And the one that I shared with you online previously was like a Christmas decorated one with some of our Winter Wonderland papers, etc. So I decided I'd do one that was a little bit more kind of, you know, any time of year. I'll give this one a good old tug to get it out. So all I've done is use some of my Click with Love papers, rub-ons, bit of ink. How pretty is that? So I think that'll be a nice one for kind of like Mother's Day and birthdays throughout the year. And it does go in a lot better, a lot easier than I just made it look. How sweet is that? So I did that in the demo day. And then I finished this film strip, which I think I showed you in our last live, which I'd done the texture paste and added the grunge to the outside. So I've decorated the base now, again with the Click with Love rub-ons, some of the stamps, and some of the Lux Cut gears, which I'd used our Copper Mine embossing powder on. So I'm pleased how that turned out as well. Hi, Sarah. Did you? Well, yes, sometimes you just come up as a Facebook user and I don't know who you are from StreamYard, which is where I'm seeing the comments from. So so yeah, so it's lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I am blaming Tony Adele. She blames me for everything else. I thought I could at least blame her for that. So that looks slightly unfortunate. It looks like bird doings, doesn't it? So I'm going to need to paint over that. I forgot about going over the back with my rub on, but it's not a good look, is it? Anyway, I really like it. I think that's nice. So there were two things I made in the demo day on Sunday, and I will take photos and share them. I just have not had the chance. Oh, and something else exciting that's happening. It's all going on. So it says we're not quieting down in December. I'm taking part in a fantastic Instagram event that Wow, our lovely heat embossing people, are doing over the whole of December. So they're doing it from the 1st to the 25th, and there'll be different reels and projects every day on their Instagram account. And we're on the 9th of December with an amazing giveaway and a discount code. So check that out. But equally check out the whole month, because they're going to have some fab inspiration, and we all love our Wow powders. So so I did that reel and sent that off to them. That was my first reel. I don't know, it might be a car crash, I'm not entirely sure, but I had a go, and I'm excited about seeing what everybody's come up with for the month of December. So lots of inspiration on the Wow embossing powder Instagram feed. So check that out, or keep an eye out for it, starting on Friday, the 1st of December. And the reason that came to mind is I'm thinking about my mum's calendar, this calendar that is going nowhere fast. I'm glad she doesn't watch my lives. So at the moment, this is the A4 one. I've only got a few of these left if you're still thinking about making. This is where we've got to so far. So we've got Summer Twilight in January. Beautiful. February, still to do. Bit more Summer Twilight in March with my pocket, my vellum pocket. April, still to do. We're not doing all these pages in this live, you'll be glad to know. May, I used our Click with Love, and I used some of the kind of lovely soft pinks, the rub-ons and the stamps there, and the bokeh stencil. And then we've got a huge kind of gap that I won't bore you with. Then November, I've got the fabulous Midnight Feathers. Love that. And again, that's a pocket style one. The tagging. And so I thought I'll start with December and work backwards now, given we are in that festive season. And the reason I thought I'd start with December is because when I was making my reel for Wow, there's a method to this madness, everyone. I got it wrong to start with, so I made two lots of these snow globes. So I've got one snow globe kind of ready to go, with my embossing powders, etc. on it. So I thought, well, I ought to make use of these as they're on my desk. And what I'll be doing with my reel is part of my giveaway will be everything that I use in the reel. Will be a giveaway, not the new versions of everything that I use in the reel will be the giveaway for my day. So I've made this. I've got this snow globe kind of made up already, and you'll all know what I've used on it. Do you know, I don't think I have seen yours done. I think you've ordered the snow globe, haven't you? And I can see it over there. Anyway, it's the snow globe dies. They're on sale at the moment, so still time to check those out and see see what you could do with them. They're classic, aren't they? Snow globes are going to be something you'll use every year. And I've cut out and heat embossed the various parts in different wow powders. So I've used the Verdant from Summer Twilight. That's gold. That's it, Verdant from Summer Twilight on the trees. Literally just kind of threw some powder on there. They've got a lovely kind of gold speckles through them. I used the Sparkling Snow from Wow, and it has got lovely sparkle to it. I'm not doing it justice. Sparkling Snow for the snowflake layer. Now, of course, you remember you don't need to use all of these layers on your snow globe if you don't want to. You could just have the trees. You've seen examples where I've cut the middle trees out. We've used one of the bears in the middle there, so you've got more space to work in. You could just use the snowflake. It really is up to you, but you've got these layers. You've got these layers that you can build if you want to. And then I used Rock Solid, of course, for the base to give it that lovely marble look. So we've got a focal point. Jane, please don't tell me you are actually that organised that you are planning ahead for 25 and 26 Christmas. That makes me feel slightly anxious. Yeah, they're honestly, I have loved these, Donna, these dies. So, and say the reel will take you through me actually doing the embossing on these pieces to create this focal point on the card that I make. So, yeah, I won't repeat all of that here. I've got them to hand. So, let me add. Excuse me. Let me add some. I'm going to add some blue around the edges of our calendar page. I know some of you work directly onto the page. I think the paper in the calendar is a little bit too glossy for me. I prefer to work on card that I know the reactions or response I'm going to get to my inks, and I like to make them and then attach them into the calendar when I'm ready. But it totally is up to you. As you know, with the A4 calendar, the space is around an A5, maybe slightly bigger than an A5 space to work in. So you've got plenty of space to add your photos or do your crafting in. So I'm going to it's in terms of the sizes when cut. Oh, let me think. I saw a similar question to that on the group. I think our Ali has talked that one through, but I think that I'm looking for the die set where I put it. This base one, I think is slightly smaller than these two, because my idea was that if you wanted to cut the aperture into the card, you didn't want these falling into the aperture. So I think they sit just slightly outside of this space. I think it's a while since I've got these out and used them, but I think maybe the reason for a slight difference in sizing between the blank almost, which works perfectly if you want to make shaker cards, etc., and these layers that go around it. But if Ali's on, she might. I know she answered that question recently in the group, Adele. So she might have the explanation to hand. But no, you're not being thick at all. They deliberately are sized slightly differently. It made sense to me at the time when I designed them or put the design together. But I can't be held accountable for something I thought was a good idea then, but it did make sense to me at the time. So, and in fact, so just this, I think I've cut from the blank, and you can see that the outer edge goes kind of around it. You probably can't see that, but it does. Oh, have you, Ali? Thank you, darling. I thought you would. I thought you had an. I kind of saw it out the corner of my eye on Facebook the other day that somebody had asked the question. I was very grateful to you for stepping in with an answer. So this is peacock feathers around the outside, and then we'll go darker. And I'm not looking to fill this in. I want to have a bit of space to the side of my snow globe where we can get a sentiment. So we'll get Uncharted Mariner out now. And just add a little bit more. So basically now, as I'm going in with the darker colours, I'm not wanting to go down as far into the panel as I have done with the lightest colour. We'll see how we go. I was saying to Avril, Belinda, that I've been working on your stamps this afternoon. They're looking fabulous. I'll send you the proofs later on this evening. Just bear with me while I get this colour down. So are you all well? Have you got any news and crafty updates for me? Isn't it freezing, Karen? I started my live with that, lovely, saying how ruddy cold it is. How are you? Are you feeling better? Karen wasn't able to make it to the demo day on Sunday because she was not 100%. And I missed her. But it's really cold. Adele didn't make it to the open day because I think, Adele, were you at the football? I saw that my new goal. I'll say no more in case you're still bitter. Let's put a final little bit. You can see how the colour's just coming in now. So I'm just going to put a little bit of chipped sapphire around the edges. But again, now this is just where you're a bit sparing and just want to give you some definition to the edge. And this is literally how I coloured in the globe. So I'm using the same colours that are in the globe. So it will kind of continue on into the globe itself. Obviously kind of got a slightly more intense colourway there, but literally was that. I think I used a bit of salvage patina down here, which would have gone in the middle if I was going to cover the whole thing with ink. But it's totally the same technique. Oh, bless you. Nothing worse than, well, I'm sure there is, but it's horrible to have a bad back, Karen. It's a horrible pain. Yes, those trees are stunning, Ali. I saw her today. I think she said she sold out of the new and exclusive. It is a lovely collection. Oh, hi, Steph. You got yours? Good. Adele, I think you're being rude there. I'm just taking a bit of a guess. Yeah, the stencil butters are super lovely. In fact, I've sold out, I think, of most of the colours. I'm going to get another order in. And I saw as well, Donna, are you on? She's not on, she won't answer, will she? I saw the cards from Donna and that she was using the tacky when dry gel from Crafters Workshop with some foil. Looked stunning. Bear with me, I'm just going to Give this a quick squeeze down. Hi, Amanda. Right. Something of a bit of space there. So let's see. So I think this is going to give me a nice, obviously the lines around my snow globe are going to, or the layers around the snow globe are going to give it definition. But I quite like the idea of it kind of continuing on in the rest of the panel. So you already see how that's going to have a nice glow to this side, isn't it? But let's put some detail into our snow globe first. And I think I've got my Scenic Christmas stamp set, the A5 stamp set. I think that's on offer too, from memory. It might be a bit late for me to be buying kind of Christmas goodies, unless you're like Jane and they're planning for the next 10 years. But here, this on the Scenic Christmas, you've got a lovely big long kind of, it's like a snow and stars combination, so it makes a great background. And of course, because it doesn't have a kind of line to it, it's uneven, you can obviously continue it on to create kind of as big a background as you want to. I'm just going to go across the top of this snow globe, because I think I want to put Santa flying over the trees. So I want to leave a bit of space for some stamping underneath it. And we'll use some sparkling snow, I think, to marry with the snowflakes on the outside. And let's find our embossing pad. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm just getting some paper here to decant onto. It's so good. I was looking online at getting one of those big furry blanket things for the sofa, just to see if I can kind of get cozy on an evening. Steve says to me, Mr. G, that is, he says he's seen thermal socks that you can heat in the microwave. Have any of you come across such a thing? Rock and roll in this house. Plenty of embossing powder, embossing ink on the top here, so it's plenty wide enough to go right across the top of our snow globe. You did, Adele. Is that the one where you used the star? The star from one of the other Christmas sets on that you showed me. Now, I haven't used an anti-static bag. I'm hoping they'll be okay, because, I mean, obviously the snow globe was inked up days ago, whereas obviously if I'd used it on the base panel there that I've just been inking up, then that ink would still be too wet and I'd have created mayhem for myself. So I'm hoping this ink is all dry and won't cause me any difficulties. In my reel for WOW, I've used the fab foil, the WOW foil with the bonding powder on these stars, and that looks super cool in the silver as well. Or Steph, if you're desperate to use your stencil butter, of course you could use a snowflake stencil on your snow globe base and get that shimmer of the stencil butter as well. There are lots of different options. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Throws. We used to have them when the boys were little, but they just got so filthy that we threw them away. But I think I might need some more. And give us the heat. Do you mean Diane? Do you mean a heated blanket, as in electric blanket for your bed? The dog sleeps on me, so I'm all right when I'm in bed. Heated throws are down. Well, thank you for your top tips on keeping me from audio crafting in your log cabin, Sarah. Oh, how do you keep that warm? Heated fingerless gloves. That's what I need for when I'm working with the laser cutters. Heated fingerless gloves. That's genius. Right, please everybody PM me with the links to these amazing products. Yeah, it's Dunelm I was looking at, Liz, for their throws. Sorry everybody, I'm completely off topic here. So there we go. We've got our snowflakes, and of course we know we've got the layer at the top, the next layer that will go on from the dyes that will give us some more snow detail. Now let me just think. Before I throw Santa on here, obviously let me just position this die, and therefore I will know. I don't want him to look like he's crash landing into the woodlands. As I said before, of course, if I did accidentally crash land him into the treetops, I could always cut these 2 trees away. So it's you can use all of that space if you want to. But I'm going to try and get him gracefully flying above the trees. It's a lovely random stamp, and it's not. It could just be a starry sky. Obviously, it's context, isn't it, that makes you think of it being kind of wintry. But yeah, I do like this. I like that one. I tried to make it as big as I could, so you'd have the option to stamp it repeatedly. So here's Santa on his sleigh, and we'll position him there. I'm hoping I'm going to make contact with the cards while leaving the die in place. Hoping so. Something made contact. Looks like it did. Yeah, I think we got away with that one. Let's use rather than the sparkly. If I got it to hand, I might not have it as I do. I'll just use plain bright white from Wow for the Santa, rather than have him sparkling as well. Oh, you mean as an overlay? That's a good idea, Ali. You could, I mean, say initially when I put this die set together, it wasn't the only use, obviously, but I did have shaker cards in mind. And I did think there were lots of things you could then add. You could stencil onto the acetate with sparkle paste, etc., to create that dimension and depth. I'm not wrapped up enough to be taken outside, Sarah. You have to don't take me out into the log cabin. I'm not ready. Let's give this a bit of a heat. So this will be the most festive, other than the reel, this will be the most festive thing I've done for ages. I haven't got any decorations out yet. I haven't done any Christmas shopping. I'm just not there yet. I've been so busy with orders and things. I just haven't had a chance to even kind of get my head into gear. So if my family misses out this Christmas, then you've all got yourselves to blame. I'll be sending them over to you to complain. So that looks nice, doesn't it? That works, I think. So we've got those layers. So let's continue that snowy background, but not white, not heat embossed. Let me do a bit of tone on tone stamping across the top of this, the base, and then it will kind of almost look like the snow globe is part of the background. Oh, Adele, you've done last year Christmas shopping. Oh, I've come on to do this live to relax after a very stressful few days. now. I don't need you all giving me anxiety about being super organised. Let's go with Uncharted Mariner for the snowy, so tone on tone. And I'm thinking if I go peak up feathers, it might get lost up here. But I don't necessarily want to go with the chipped sapphire because I think it'll be too dark. Let's go with the mid-tone and see how that looks. And one of the nice things with this is to get that a thicker coverage, if you like, you could do some tone on tone stamping like I'm doing now, and then stamp again in, obviously tessellate the stamp and heat emboss, so you've got that kind of almost layers of snowfall coming through. So I'm going across the top here with Distress. Oh, finish shopping. Oh, Belinda, I saw your photo, Belinda, of your picture of the snow at midnight. Very nice, very festive. That's quite nice and clear, isn't it? I can't remember which way I did that now. Let's try and make it not look like it's a repeating pattern. Yeah, so I think I've turned it upside down here. Perfect. It's the kind of pattern, it doesn't matter if it overlaps, because as I say, you're just going to get that look of random snowfall or stars in the sky. But I think that's quite nice, isn't it? Let's see. So you can see how you could continue on and get that whole snowfall down if you wanted. As I say, if you stamped in something sparkly, it would give a lovely, lovely look. But I think that will give us a bit of contrast to our snow globe, which I keep bringing in just for positioning purposes. That's cool, isn't it? It snowed all day today with you, has it, Belinda? Oof. Oof. You haven't finished your cards yet, Adele. I haven't made any, mate. Don't be expecting any card on Sunday at the workshop. Right, let's put a sentiment on this part of the calendar page that was left clear. So I don't know, I can't remember, I should have checked before I came live. I don't know, can't remember if I've got any of these left. I know, Belinda, I think you used them in your live last week, didn't you? These are the Bauble Wishes sentiments, which are designed to go into it comes with a die set, which I don't have upon me, but it also is designed to fit into the stencil apertures. So you can either decorate your stencil, as Belinda did last week, if you want to go back and check that out. You can stamp into the aperture with the stencil. I don't know if I've got any of these left. They're fab size sentiment, and I was thinking you don't really need to use them in a bauble context at all, so I thought I'd use Jingle All the Way on this particular page to give that connection through to Santa and the sleigh. So apologies if it isn't available. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. I was just thinking, should I do it in black or in the dark blue? I'm saying that and I can't see my dark blue. So I'll go black. I'll go black just to be on the safe side. Is it still there, Belinda? Thank you. They're a nice size, Karen, and I think obviously the idea at the time was the baubles, but they're not overtly circular, if that makes sense. You don't need to use them in the bauble. I just like the fact that they're different fonts, and they're quite kind of cool the way they're laid out. So I'll put that here in the corner, Jingle All the Way. I'm hoping that's straight because I'm not stood up. Adele will tell me if it's not straight. Really, Ali? Do they demolish the tree? Oh no. How many cats have you got? How cool is that? I know it's just a sentiment, but I'm sure you'll all fully understand that when you stamp live, you're always remarkably pleased when it actually comes out crisp. Oh, Karen, I'm really pleased. Thank you. I'm glad to know you've got some use from them. So if we've got Jingle All the Way, do we need anything more? I think that kind of works. I don't want to add too much because I don't want to lose the space here that we've got with the glow. So let's stick this down. And I've got one very other quick thing that I wanted to share with you because I just had a thought before I went live, and I think it'd be really cute for another page. I won't do the whole page. I'll just make a start on it, but see whether my thinking works. But that's December done, thank goodness. Finally making some progress on my mum's calendar. I swear I keep making pages for this calendar, you know, when I'm out and about doing demos. I think I can never find them again. I was quite idiot. Sorry, excuse my French. Let me put this down first before I try and add the layers on top of it. Yes, I was quite crestfallen when I opened my calendar this afternoon and realised how much is still left to do. What I've done as well here with the it's missing a bit of glue there, with the base, with the snow globe base, is I've laid it up on a couple of pieces of card before I've heat embossed it, and my reasoning for doing that is, of course, we're going to add a couple of layers onto this die cut here. So I thought, obviously, wanted the base to kind of sit flush with the layers above it. Excuse me, I'm going to need to stand up to line this up. So you can see here, Adele, it's sitting on the outside of the edge of that the middle that I've die cut out. So if this was if that was an aperture in a card, this would sit around the aperture, and it sits around the middle of the bit that cuts out. So I'm trying to be sparing with my glue on the snowflake layer. It's a little bit more delicate, less landing space for the glue. So there we go. It is super quick and easy. I appreciate I'd already got these die cut out and heat embossed, but I mean that really doesn't take any time at all. So it is, if you are like me and still thinking about getting started with Christmas cards, this is one of those where you could do your batch cutting and get a number made. Have a batch cut, batch heat emboss. There's not any colouring needed here in terms of the imagery. You've got silhouettes, and so a bit of shading, a bit of stamping, and that gets made really quickly. In fact, can I see? Yes, it's there. So all I will need to do now, and you've told me to leave it there, which I think is a good shout, is excuse me. This is the card that I've made in the reel. You can see pretty much identical, and I've just scaled it up for the calendar page because I've got space on the side here. And the only thing that's different is you can see I've got the silver foiling. Oh, rubbish at catching. There you go. Silver foiling, and I've used some Luxe Cut snowflakes that I've heat embossed Obviously a bit more dimensions fine on the card. Wouldn't want to put it on my calendar page because it would make the calendar a little bit unwieldy. So hi Angela. So that well, we've got November and December done. Are you you're happy to accept that one as a Christmas card from me, Del, are you? Okay. All right. Deal. You've got that. That's my one Christmas card made this year. You bagged it. So there we go. So very quickly before I kind of leave you to get to the rest of your evenings and all your snuggly blankets, I'm very jealous about. Just trying to de-ink my mats. I saw lovely Dawn Lifton in the Facebook group did some fab cards with this cheeky little fella, this A7 stamp set, which is new, which put out quite recently, didn't we? He just makes me laugh. And I thought, oh, he would be a great, because, or he or she, that's just what my mum looks like. It is, honestly. Totally. Or me in a craft battle. So I thought, oh, this would be another fab page to do for my mum. And this is all I managed to get done before we went live. And I won't complete the whole calendar page, but this is where I got to. I've stamped Flappy Bird in pink. And of course you can see it's a silhouette stamp. So the whole thing has gone in pink, including the eyeballs. Really easy just to colour those back in with a micro black pen, pigment, whatever these are, you know what I mean, fine liner pen. So I've coloured the eyeballs back in black, and I have stuck him or her into one of the celluloid dies. So, but what I wanted to do was I thought, oh, it'd be really cute to have a kind of a whole border of these birds in different colours along the edge here. And then I thought I'd add, and I don't know if I'll get to this because, as I say, I don't want to take up too much of your evening. I thought I'd add one of the sentiments from the coffee owls, which I thought would work. Again, I think this bird looks like it's either had too much caffeine or maybe needs a bit. And I like the may your coffee kick in before reality does. So I thought this might make a nice calendar page for earlier in the year. So let's add a few of these birds at wonky angles along the bottom of the calendar page. He's so funny, isn't he? He really is. Yeah, of course it's your colour, Belinda. I saw you in the snow, the pictures from Facebook. I thought, crikey, what does that woman not have in pink? Yes, it's just everything. Everything is pink. Yes, I should do this for you, shouldn't I? We'll call the bird Belinda. But I'm going to do a teal one now. They make me laugh as well. See, that's the point of them, isn't it? They are funny. And it's just, they just do look how I feel most of the time. So let's start with, I've got something on this stamp here. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. So just have one popping in from the corner. And I'm not really thinking this through. In terms of, you know, should I stencil or do something in the background? So this is just because I wanted to have a little play with him and or her and see how they'd look on the page. But I'm kind of conscious I probably would need to ink around the edge or do something that's going to bring the composition in. But I thought I'd end our live on a bit of a smile. So we've had Santa and a nice kind of serene winter night, and now we can have mad old birds. Just another day in my craft room. As Barbie helps you out, Belinda, in bringing pink clothing into the fall. So we've got, let's get some different colours here as well. Yeah, if you haven't seen the cards Dawn's made with this, she's posted them on the Funky Fossil Facebook group, so they did make me giggle when I saw them. So I'm just trying to give this a wipe down because I want to go in with a light green colour now. I don't want too much colour, what's the word? Contamination. Oh, this is a lime. This is a lime green. Blimey. Even by my standards, this might be a bit too green. In this way. I know. We all... Oh, look at that. It smells so funny. Oh, I'm easily pleased. Let's have one that's just literally eyeballs. Yeah, do you know, it reminds me as well of, do you remember kind of Big Bird from Sesame Street? Did you ever look at Big Bird about him or her? I thought, I don't know, just it came to my mind this afternoon. Isn't it a strong green? Verdant by Versifine. It's a very strong green. I haven't used this one for a while. I didn't remember it being quite that colour. You'll like it, Ali. It's bright. Nice bright colour. Let's put one pink in, and then so we've got something echoing the one in the frame. Yeah, let's put another one upside down. Overthought that one then. I think it's a he. I think it's me. I think it's like me doing a ruddy craft battle, to be honest with you. So if we put this one at an angle here, and obviously I'll go round and add black to all the eyes and to make them work. Although I think it actually works without the black. I think that because there's such a cartoony look to them, I don't think it really matters too much. Because use glossy accents in those eyes and make them really stand out. I think I saw somebody say about bobbly eyes as well. I'm sure they would work perfectly. And I can imagine it. I need to get one of those craft, you know, the springs, the wobblers, because I think it looked great on the wobbler kind of flapping around. And then I can put, and I'll do this, I've come back, I could put any of the coffee sentiments, but I think may your coffee kick in before reality does. And I'll position that. So I'll just add a little bit of inking around the edge. And I think will work really nicely. So I'll share that one when I've finished. But that's be a nice, quick and simple another page in my calendar, won't it? And I think it'll make my mum smile. So that will be good. So I think, oh yes, you're right, Steph. You're right. Yeah, let's do some green feet hanging down. Sorry, distracted myself there. Just some feet. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Right, I'll leave it there. Bear with. I'll come back into shots. It's me again. Pink feet. Oh, I'll do another one. I know what you're like. You're you'll confuse me with too many instructions. So thank you for spending a bit of time with me this evening and seeing me through my Christmas page, my December page in the calendar. And I think this one will make a nice summary page with my bright wacky birds on it. As I say, do tune in next Wednesday to see the Papercraft Society box, to see the new collection. It's a Kim Dallow collection. It's coming out on TV next Friday. And I might be in a position, depending if products have landed, to start doing a bit of a sneaky peek in terms of what's coming up in January. But it's been lovely to spend the evening with you. I hope you're not in that log cabin, Sarah, because I'm feeling cold. And those of you that are coming on Sunday to Tony's, I shall see you then. I'll do some other ideas with this MDF box that I shared at the beginning of the live as well. So we might have a live on that in the future with some other ideas. And I'll see you all very soon. So stay warm, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a fabulous rest of the week. And I shall say goodbye for now. Take care. See you soon. Bye.